took a... It's like... This is incredibly awkward. Here we go. Oh, God. This has to be 90s they did this, because they were doing that Remember that stupid commercial for the Volkswagen Beetle when they brought it back?
By the way, I believe in winners and losers, and especially the freedom to fail.
Who? Him? Who? Him? Who? Him? Who? Me?
I want a suit with those shoulder pads. I need a suit with those shoulder pads. I bet you Steve Ballmer, that's another way he gets kinky. He wears nothing but that suit jacket, and he chases his significant other around the house with his balls out. And he's like, developers, I'm gonna bang you. This is an SNL skit? Yep.
No way!
Oh, this is pre-boner Bill.
For the Gen Y market?
Ah! What's that?
It's an iHouse.
But there's no windows.
There's no windows. I want a prostitute to fart in my face.
Exactly.
PCs still control 90% of the market.
Not for long.
Apple is like a ship with a hole in the bottom, leaking water. And my job is to get the ship pointed in the right direction.
I think he kind of did that, huh? Da, da, da. Ding, ding, ding.
All right, that's good. One in a row.
Wait, hold on. Is this Matthew McConaughey and Bill Gates right now? Are we in a world where Matthew McConaughey and Bill Gates are doing skits together? This gives me hope for my career, man. Maybe I'll be, you know, feeding Brad Pitt grapes one day while his wife watches. Is he married? I don't even know if he's married.
This up, you're gonna get Sexiest Man Alive next year, bro.
That is Matthew McConaughey. Where we are. We are in a world where Matthew McConaughey is lifting weights with Bill Gates. This is how a lot of porn start.
That's good for the set, man. You want to let it go or you want to keep going?
Well, am I ready to take my shirt off?
Oh! Yes, you are. You've been born ready. You're a man.
Is it true that you can leap over a chair from a standing position?
It depends on the size of the chair. I'll cheat a little bit.
Yeah!
Hold on one second. Oh, wait. Oh, my. Oh, wow, he did it. Oh, wow, damn, Bill.
Some will say, good riddance. Many more don't even realize how this geek changed their world.
Can you not get in, Bill?
I don't have...
By giving them a crappy operating system that has a monopolistic hold on the market. And you have no fucking choice but to use it.
My key card.
So you can't get into your own building. Okay.
My jacket is made of pleather, not actual leather. That was pretty impressive. Like, dude, maybe that's how I built Kinky Gates, man. I bet he jumps over chairs naked for his like side women. Oh, I may not to be the best looking man alive, but look at my balls as I jump over this chair. No pressure though.
How about this?
Oh,
After you.
thank you.
Let's plug it in. It's going to say, hey, I see you plugged in a new device. And it's going to load in the appropriate drivers. You'll notice that this scanner build...
Whoa! Let me tell you something. Installing software on Windows 95 and Windows 98, it was always a gamble that if you would have to reinstall your whole operating system if that happened. Those days are gone. It's very rare that you'd have a chance of that happening. But back then, there was always. I remember... My dad, I got like speech software. This is like in the voice dictation. I was going to write a report using voice dictation. This is like in its infancy. Remember, we went to install it, and we had to reinstall the whole operating system. Fucking crashed. The computer wasn't functional. Like, yeah, Windows still has its flaws and its issues, but you have no, especially if you're like younger in your 20s or something like that. MS-DOS was more stable than like Windows 98 on back, man. MS-DOS, granted it wasn't a, you know, a multitasking operating system, but and you know Bill is thinking right now. You know Bill is thinking right now. Bill's like, I want to fucking kill him right now. He should have checked to make sure this worked.
Moving right along.
That must be,
And that guy on the right of him right there is a load of shit in his pants that you would need like a painter's tool to get it off, because it's like so compressed against his cheeks because he's still shitting. He is still shitting the entire time.
that must be why we're not shipping Windows 98 yet.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Windows 98. It was a thing with Windows 95 too. Like, especially when USB started to take a hold, it was like every time you plug something in, it was like, please don't brick my machine. Please don't brick my machine. I don't want. And even installing an operating system now is a fucking breeze. Like even XP, it got a lot better, but there was still a lot of times you'd have to search like weird, sketchy parts of the web to find some drivers. Now it's like 99% of the drivers Windows just finds for you. But back then, even installing Windows was an adventure that would probably make you flaccid for a month. Whoa! This guy seems qualified to give medical advice.
Een stralende Bill Gates, maar niet voor lang.
Oh, he got...
Hij krijgt taart in het gezicht bij het binnenkomen van het Concernaubele gebouw.
He's so bothered, but like, dude, you got a pie. It's no, like I would have just laughed. I would have said to the person, well, depending on my mood, if they did it when I was in a bad mood, I probably would knock their teeth down their throat. But if I was like in a joking mood, I'd be like, all right, dude, what flavor is it? You want to have some with me? I'd like go find a plastic fork and like try to feed it to the person that threw it in my face. Or if I was in a bad mood, I would kick their fucking teeth in. One of the more copyrighted music. Yes, Gabe, I know you well, bro. Yes.
Hello? Hey, Bill, what's up? What's up? Hey, what's
Oh my
up?
god. Oh my god, Steve Ballmer's voice. I'm telling you. Imagine that man, his nut busting sounds. He's probably like, ah! He sounds like a fucking cat is getting murdered when he blows a load, man. I'm telling you, Steve Ballmer's like, ah! Hey, Steve, it's Bill. What are you doing right now? I'm coming! Oh, I'll call you back. No pressure, though.
What's up? What's up? I'm over here at the park. I thought today was a play day.
What sweater is that, bro? You were a billionaire back then, or close to it. You were like 100,000-aire or whatever. No, not 100 millionaire, I mean. What shirt is that, man? What Salvation Army did you go to get that from 1994?
Hey, where are you, man? I'll be there in 10 minutes. All right, great. All right. Look busy. Don't sign anything while I'm gone. Whenever Steve and I can, we slip away from the office and talk about the future of technology. Just getting away from our desk makes us feel like kids again.
Oh, God. Imagine going around your street and seeing them doing this. Just think about that scenario where it's like just you're on a normal pedestrian street and you this is what you see. It would be incredible. Anyway. Get some of those messages later. My editor can wait a little bit. No. This is where we are. If he slaps his ass, I'm gonna lose my mind.
It's always about you. It's always about you.
I feel some sexual tension here. Do you feel some sexual tension between Bill and Steve? You could like cut it with a knife. If life gets too real, remember everyone got a comfy. Yes, that is true. And no one looks classy busting a nut ever. Like the same face you make having to take a really big shit. Just remember that. This is what capitalism gets you, man. Two billionaire grown men filming themselves riding scooters and being on a carousel. Capitalism! Well, oh my God. You could smell the sexual tension. You could smell it. Look at these men. Two handsome men, one bike. It looks like Bill's enjoying. Maybe there's a little bit of hard mushroom action happening there with Steve. That's what's going on here. Oh, I dropped the ball.
You're getting Grandpa excited.
Yes, you are getting Grandpa excited. Grandpa. Yeah. This is a real video that they made. This is a real video that they made, and we're watching it. I know this is all obvious thing, but did you sit down tonight and go, well, actually you did, because you know I find ridiculous shit, but you know what? I'm going to see Steve Ballmer and Bill Gates looking like they're turned on by each other riding a singular bicycle tonight while watching Review Tech USA. But here we are, and that's happening. This is a place where we are right now, and we're viewing it, and we're doing it. We do it live. Fuck it.
It's amazing to think of all the things we'll be able to do with the technological breakthroughs that are just around the corner. Hey, Steve. What are you doing? Thanks for meeting me here. Pleasure. We want to go and get
Yeah, who wants a phone that's just a screen without a keyboard? Developers. Remember he had that stupid fucking take? Remember he had that oh my God, that must still make him lose sleep at night, man. That must still make him lose. Or then when they had the MacBook Air, he's like, "Where's the CD-ROM drive? Where's the DVD drive?" It's like, oh, bro. Oh, bad takes. Yeah, installing printers still is a pain in the balls. This one gives me issues sometimes on networks and stuff.
a couple things. Yeah, let's grab some stuff.
Let's go to Seattle Supermarket.
I'll be ripe on Tuesday.
Hold on.
I'll be ripe on Tuesday.
Bill Gates grabbed a fruit like he was grabbing a breast and it talked to him. I'll be ripe on Thursday. Thank you, breast. That just happened. Bill grabbed that fruit like he was grabbing it. It's going to be ripe, bro. Bill, you better go back on Tuesday and grab that fruit again. Go back and get it. It's going to be ripe and ready for you, Bill. Make sure you get some other ones and make sure they're ripe too. Go back and get them, those sweet, delicious fruits. Put your hands on them, put them in a bag, bring them up to the counter, and bring them home. Enjoy them. They're ripe and ready for you. They want to be in your mouth. Go get them, Mr. Gates.
I'm ripe right now.
They meant this. They had to have meant the sexual innuendo here. They had to. He just grabbed the fruit and had a woman seductively say, "I'm ripe right now." It's there. Well, what a coincidence, because I'm hard right now, but no pressure. I didn't see this yet. I did not know. I didn't know we were going to go down this route. This is incredible. This is like, it's like just giving me the freest real estate that's ever been free. And he's wearing the Mr. Rogers sweater while he grabbed a fruit like a titty and it said, "I'm ripe right now." This all happened and was filmed.
Check out this New York produce. Yeah, squeeze this.
Hey, you squeeze this tomato like you're squeezing my fucking balls. Enjoy it, Steve. Grab it. Oh, yeah. Take a bite of that. Oh, yeah. Imagine just walking through ShopRite and you see Steve Ballmer and Bill Gates. And he's just sitting there like, and Steve Ballmer, the obnoxious man that he is, he's just sitting there like he's at a fucking medieval times just eating a chicken drum, just like, yo, developers. If his armpits were sweating, I would enjoy it, though.
You know what Tiger Woods and I have in common?
We're both really horny. But no pressure.
Golf swing, that I guarantee you.
Well, check this out. Just like Tiger.
That's not such a big deal.
I'm an Olympic athlete. I could jerk off 6 times a day still with it, and I have no Viagra.
I think you're jealous.
I
think you are.
am not. As a matter of fact, just step right back here and take a look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
Isn't that?
They're in a grocery store in the Ballmer aisle, Imagine going into a ShopRite and having Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer talking to each other while he's holding a fucking chicken leg. Imagine that was real. And you could hear that Steve Ballmer's voice through. He could crack fucking glass. So you could be in like the dairy aisle on the other side. They could be in the produce aisle. You'd be like, I want watermelon. You'd be like, what the who the fuck just said that? Oh, it's just Steve Ballmer.
Isn't that great?
Oh my God. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Did you hear the voice? Did you fucking hear the voice? You see what I'm saying? It's not a game. His voice, man. Him busting a nut. Oh!
I forgot my wallet again. At least fumble around a while longer than
At least! I'm gonna come! Have I seen Ballmer at a Clippers game? Maybe we'll watch that.
Excuse is getting old.
Imagine, I don't know what made me just think of this, probably because I am stoned. Imagine if, like, DSP just started walking, like he was, like, started shopping at the candy that's behind him. I think it's candy, it's low res. And then, like, you don't ever see the trolls use this. Like, he gets the candy, and then DSP like bumps into Bill by accident. Like, whoa, shit! You fucking scared the shit out of me. Like the trolls always use that clip, and he like runs away from them, like fake with his like fake acting run. That would make my fucking day. I want to pay Steve Ballmer, Bill Gates, and DSP to make that happen.
All right,
we're getting busy tomorrow.
See here, I got the smart card. I'm ready to roll, man. And I got some coupons. I'm going to save you a lot of money here. Just a couple of those. Mr. Coupon.
Bill, take your shirt off while you're paying her the money. Bill's like, hey, you're all right looking. I'll take my shirt off while I give you money here. I'll pinch my nipples for you, but no pressure.
All right. It's my secretary. Let me zoom out.
Oh, Mr. Gates, did you forget the interviews you have all over campus? Well, don't worry, I got it covered. We'll go to Plan B.
Thanks. I've still got a few errands to do.
Look at that, Pete. Hold on. I missed it because I was sending a message.
The interviews you have all over campus? Well, don't worry, I got
That's
it
a
covered.
PDA.
We'll go to Plan B.
Thanks. I've still got a few errands to do.
Gotta pick up some porn magazines, too. But no pressure.
Just this book.
Can I dip my balls in my coffee if you don't mind?
It's for a friend.
No pressure.
Oh, hello, Mr. Gates. Just be a moment.
Make sure you put my assless chaps in there.
Did you ever find that lost sweater of mine?
No, but we're still looking.
Well, it really was one of my favorites, so keep looking.
Okay.
See you next week.
Make sure you look at my ass as I walk out the door, too. That turns me on. Don't tell Melinda.
We look to the future when innovation...
I need this in my life. I need to see this driving down my street.
will give us the time to do the things we really love.
But we've actually built voice throughout Windows Phone. And so I'm going to go ahead and respond with my voice.
Can I say something about Windows Phone? It actually wasn't a bad platform. It really wasn't. It genuinely wasn't. But it just didn't have the OS support. That's why it died. It was actually pretty fucking cool. If Microsoft got in earlier, there may have been more Windows Phones now. This guy spent all day ironing this shirt. That is a creaseless shirt.
Sounds great.
What did it say?
And just like that, it will type in the message, and we'll have that off to Joe. So that text message will be sent off. I can continue the IM, and everything works perfectly.
I don't even know really what happened right there. What, did the message take forever to send? Oh, no. What the fuck is that? That doesn't even...
We can see here, I'm running Internet Explorer. I can browse smoothly, see great pages using ClearType, and have a great experience just with all the with browsing.
You could always tell when the Windows Vista phone was the best. There was no Windows Vista. I know you're joking, but Windows Vista. Oh man, I remember actually kind of being excited for Windows Vista. Then I finally built that dual core AMD machine with an 8600 GS, which ran Crysis at like 720p at 18 frames a second. I was actually excited about that. Man, Vista in the beginning was now towards the end of Vista's life, it was actually okay, especially updated. It was basically Windows 7 when you got all the updates. But Windows Vista, when it first came out, was fucking garbage.
Its 10.6-inch optically bonded widescreen display is custom designed for Surface. And of course, people play games. I can go and play...
Man, that was a swallow of fear. Did you hear it? Yeah, I could play games.
Any of the interesting games that are in the Windows Store, and I can use Surface for...
This tablet's fucking broken, and I'm really trying to hide that fact right now.
Using all the sensors that are within Windows as well.
Yeah, I think Steve Ballmer, if he was still getting interviewed, who needs an iPhone? Where's the keyboard? In 2021, he would say something like that. Developers, iPad, where's the CD-ROM drive? How am I going to play Quake on this thing? It's 2021, Steve. Even people who have gaming consoles and gaming PCs aren't buying physical media as much anymore. Developers, I'm coming! Looks like he looks like he busted a massive nut before he went on stage with those sweaty pits.
Well, Surface works for all
Did
of
Bill
those
Gates own a group of Taiwanese women? I don't. What?
Movies and entertainment look great as well.
Your head is shiny, dude. Your head's shinier than mine. That's probably sweat right now at this moment. That's probably sweat.
Oops. Hang on. What?
Oh, it's fucked. It's broken. It's broken. What do I do? What the fuck do I do?
Just a second.
I'm gonna shit myself. Look at you. What? Those were turds in his. Those were turds in his hole. Look at that. Look at that walk. He's like.
Surface works great for entertainment.
Oh, it works great. It works fantastic. It works amazing. It is phenomenal. It is an absolute 10 out of 10.
Can I taste your nuts?
Yes.
As well.
Let's plug it in. It's going to say, hey, I see you plugged in a new device. And it's going to load in the appropriate drivers. You'll notice that this scanner build... Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, we got spam.
Moving right along.
That must be...
That must be what I fire your ass and get you. You need to get a new job, but no pressure. It's shinier than Jenk's head while screaming. I remember that video. He was pissed. I don't remember the context of that whole situation, but I remember that though. Seeing Jenk angry.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Ballmer.
Oh, no. Oh, yes. Here we go. I wonder if this is what he did for foreplay with Deborah Messing before they had sex. Like, she was like, "Oh, honey, I'm ready." Woo! Woo! He just starts going in the room and he rips his clothes off and he's just in his boxers, just jumping back and forth, right? And then he just does a backflip in the bed, and he goes from flaccid to boner as he's doing the flip. He does all that, man. He does all that while being hard. While being hard.
Come on!
Oh, I can put my shirt.
Come on! Give it on for me!
He's doing all this with Deborah Messing, and he's hard. Deborah! I'm coming!
Come on! Who said sit down?
He also says that to her, too. He also says that to her, too. She's like, "I'm ready for you." Who said sit down? Twerk for me.
I got 4 words for you. I love this company. Yes!
Yeah, he actually screams like that, right before he jumps on the bed, too. "I'm coming for your holes." Yeah! Yeah, pretty much.
Developers.
Look at this. No, this is another time. Look at the sweat.
Developers.
He also says that during intercourse too. He's like, develop, right when he's about to nut. That he sounded developers. Yeah.
Yes.
That's his O-face. The best of Steve Ballmer and Microsoft. This is gold. Here we go.
How much do you
Props to the wife who has to do the laundry at home. His laundry.
think this advanced operating environment
Oh, wow. Steve Ballmer wearing a fat guy little coat jacket and still having hair.
is worth? Wait just 1 minute.
Oh, never mind. He didn't have hair. That was just bad, heavy compression. I wonder if he was born with that hairstyle. I bet you he was.
Before you answer, watch as Windows integrates Lotus 123 with Miami
How does such a large man have such a high voice?
Vice. Now we can take Ferrari and paste it right into Windows Right. Now.
Holy shit! Look, I know that was a big deal back then, but it's funny to see, like, you know, you could copy and paste things. Whoa! You could open up multiple tabs. Whoa!
Now, how much do you think Microsoft Windows is worth? Don't answer. Wait until you see Windows Right and Windows Paint, and to listen to what else you get at no extra charge. The MS-DOS Executive, an appointment calendar, a card file, a notepad, a clock, a control panel.
What happened there? A clock! What was that? It's like someone pitched his fucking ass to say he was about to say a clock. Like someone was just walking by. No, a calendar, a word pad, a clock. Whoa! Stay away from my ass. Honey, does that suit look slimming? Sure. We got to hear that again. Hold on, Tech Time team. What happened with that clock?
An appointment calendar, a card file, a notepad, a clock, a control panel, a terminal, a print.
A clock!
Spool RAM driver, and can you believe it? Reversey, that's right!
That's right, you get a boring game you'll play once and never touch again!
All these features in
my developers made that!
Reversey, all for just, how much did you guess? 500? 1,000? Even more? No, it's just $99! That's right!
And you get a clock!
$99, it's an incredible value, but it's true. It's Windows from Microsoft. Order today. P.O. Box 286.
Oh my god, you had to do a P.O. box? Whoa.
DOS, except in Nebraska.
Imagine waking up with a man with that face right there.
Introducing new Microsoft Windows XP. How
Oh god, he did it again? Huh?
much do you want this totally new Windows? Wait just 1 minute before you answer. Watch while I make Windows XP the center of my home.
It's free real estate. Come on, Rich. It's yours. Just take it. Just take that real estate. Own it.
All my pictures, all my music, all my videos, all...
Oh! God, he has, like, imagine him doing an audiobook. Holy shit. I would need a Xanax after listening to a chapter of that. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Fred. Fuck! He sounds like the most high-strung, stressed man on the planet.
All in one place. Burn
Oh, God.
them to CD.
Oh, God, that's like that weird phase in the early 2000s where we were, like, not into the really thin flat panel shit yet, but we were trying to look modern, and so you had this ugly garbage.
Post them to MSN. You'll mail them to friends, all with one click voice video calls right from Windows Messenger and separate accounts for every person with Windows
That was too much for me, man. Holy fuck.
XP. It blows my mind. But wait, Windows XP.
Wait up, Chris Farley!
Is this the most exciting operating system you'll use at home? It has monster business value too. It's secure. It's manageable. It's mobile.
It has a lot of updates that take days to install sometimes, literally. Trust me, I know. I did it on a daily basis multiple times a day for multiple clients' computers. Holy fuck! Oh, I hated their update system. Holy shit. Especially towards the end of XP's life. It was like, ugh.
Wireless networking lets you read email at the airport.
Who the fuck is this guy? I always thought he was wearing like a Super Famicom hat for a second because I'm holding a hot dog and wearing a Super Famicom hat.
At the game. We're at the bar.
Keep your fucking children away from me.
Whoops. I really mean at some coffee place. This product's so hot, I even need a fan.
It's Michael Moore. It's Michael Moore. It's Michael Moore. It's Michael Moore. Give me more.
I need to pour ice water on myself!
Oh, I need that.
You don't just listen to us, listen to other people who've used
Whoa. Something just happened right here. I missed it.
coffee place. This product's so hot, I even need a fan! I need to pour ice water on myself! You don't just listen to us, listen to other people who've used this fine product now!
I've never heard so many big, large men with such high-pitched fucking voices. What is going... And they're burly, too. Like, what is going on here? Did they, like... I need you to kick me in the balls before I go out on stage. Mr. Balmer, why would you need me to do that? I need my voice to be high-pitched. Just kick me in the balls so I enjoy the pain. Developers! Oh! Developers! Oh, I keep kicking him in the balls. No pressure, though.
The company was on the ropes, taking hits from every side. But then...
Just like Mr. Gates does as an orgy, he shoots ropes on all the women's breasts.
Over 40,000 genius users installed Windows XP. Our help desk
They call me Bill Shoot the Rope Gates, but no pressure, though. Gates.
calls dropped significantly, and our stock's up over 40% since the start of the year. Goodbye Windows 9X, hello Windows XP.
That's right, a new Windows for home and business users! How much did you guess? 500? 1,000?
Who shoots their load further? Me or Bill? Of course I do. I shoot anger ropes. Yeah!
Then even more now! It's just $99 for the home edition and $199 for professional. It's Windows XP from Microsoft. Get it now!
I felt like he was... Oh, I love This Is Gold. What the... I felt like he was yelling at me like he was my dad. Look at... Is he flirting with him? Ah! Dude, he is a wired man. He is a wired... he is like... When you look up, like, Red Bull in the dictionary, you see his orgasm face. I just... So short-sighted what he says right here, all kidding aside. Yeah, you're full... No, it's not. You're full of shit. There's problem number one. You're carrying a Toshiba laptop. I owned a couple of them. They were shit. Imagine Balmer. He scored hard. Dude, I'm sure, man. He's a multi-billionaire. I'm sure he could just, like, snap his fingers and, like, play with my penis. Where's your DVD drive? Because they're the future. Who's using those DVDs now? When was the first... Even, like, when the first MacBook era, like, they saw where it was going. Now, I still think that Apple, like, totally ditching USB-A as fast as they did and was dumb, but I got what they were doing here, though. Where's the floppy drive? And you know that dude right there in his fucking Hawaiian shirt's like, I just bought this thing for like $2,000, and this fucking fat clown right now is like just tossing it around like it's a laptop I got from the Salvation Army. What is he doing? Man, man, you picked up my brand new computer. Like, he took my Alienware. Where's the floppy drive on this Alienware laptop you got? I don't see it. Stay the fuck away from my fucking computer, Mr. Balmer.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here we go again.
Balmer!
We already saw this, but we can watch it again. Oh, yeah. This is an ASMR video. I should just make, like, a troll video. If it didn't have fucking... What's her name? I think it's Gloria Estefan in the background. I would so just make, like, a troll video, like, Steve Barr. Maybe we should make it... But see, the same video... There's not that much more content out there. Steve Ballmer ASMR stream. Oh, no. Why am I buffering? Oh, I'm not buffering anymore. This is what I fall to. This is what I fall asleep to at night, ladies and gentlemen. I have some medical edibles and hear the soothing sounds of Mr. Balmer screaming in my fucking ears. I also like to fall asleep to the soothing sounds of a chalkboard being scraped and cats fighting in the back. Cats fighting in a back alley.
Come on! Give it on for me! Woo!
Oh!
Come on!
This guy wakes up like this. This guy, he wakes up in the morning, he just like jumps out of bed. He's like, woo! And if he has a significant other, oh, where are you going, honey? I'm making some coffee. And he's just sitting there like he's like pouring himself a cup. He's like, woo!
Who said sit down?
I did, Steve. Yeah, man, he must be. I bet he's like maybe an Adderall dude, and maybe nothing. Maybe he's just high in life. But Jesus,
I have 4 words for you. I
love masturbating daily.
This company, yes!
That is the most that man has run in probably that entire year. I know people will say that, but
Developers.
Imagine what that shirt smelled like when he took it off at the end of the day. It probably smelled like vinegar, taint, and anger. If anger had a smell, his doctor looked at his blood pressure lit on fire through the window and said, fuck this. From then on, Bill Gates became his doctor. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna have to check your heart rate. I'm gonna have to check your heart rate, Steve. Bill, why is your finger up my ass? Because I want it to be there. No pressure, though. No pressure, though. Bill, I thought you were checking my pulse. Why is your dick in my ass? No pressure. Susan, that's it. Throttle him. Him. I can't even. Probably.
Developers. Yes. I am a PC and I am this company.
They used to call Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft, a nerd.
Why, thank you.
He wasn't glamorous.
Developers. All right, Bill. So, all right, Steve. I mean, so I need to check your temperature. Bill, why are your balls in my mouth? Because I'm checking your temperature, but no pressure.
It's like Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple Computer. He wasn't a guru like Alan Kay, the pioneer of personal computing. He was just a nerd who dressed badly and talked gobbledygook. Today, Bill Gates is worth around $7 billion.
This was a long time ago. He's worth a lot more now. If you're eating corn, you're eating... Bill owns cornfields. Bill owns cornfields. What's going on here?
His company Microsoft is worth around $27 billion. And the Windows interface is to be...
Bill alone now is worth way more than that. It's fucking crazy.
...found on 9 out of every 10 PCs sold throughout the world. Today, if you call Bill a nerd...
I wonder if that went down a little bit with the rise of, like, Android and Chrome and stuff like that. I'm sure it's in the 90s. But doesn't he own, like, cornfields or farms or some shit? I'm serious.
Well, the word nerd.
Oh, well, the word nerd. Well, when I say the word nerd, I look like I'm sucking a dick. Nerd. Please say nerd again for me, Bill.
Well, the word nerd.
Are you looking seductive at me, pal? Mr. Gates, with those big-ass glasses. Well, the word nerd makes me look like this. When I say the word nerd, I also, oh, really, $5 million. Or, I'm gonna suck on a penis. Oh, I meant to do this. Wrong finger.
Nerd can be used...
He had a double... Man, he lost some weight, Billiam. There, look at that double chin there, man. He had quite the pronounced. Bill can't stand fake gamers wearing Triforce tees. Bill wears a Triforce tee. Why are you knocking on Bill Gates' wardrobe, son?
in a sort of friendly way to say somebody who loves the technology.
I love you, Bill.
Gets into learning it.
Yeah, he was a little chunk there, man.
Even, stays up late playing.
Handsome. He's a handsome-looking thick man with a C.
Around with it. That's a positive sense, and that I fit that description.
You fit that description? You're describing yourself here, Bill? Why does Bill, in the still image right there, look like he's like, oh, man, I'm going to take a shit, but no pressure. Oh, maybe there's pressure. Chipotle and beans and corn. Carlos, I got corn in my hole. Pike it out, but no pressure.
When it's used in a negative way, it's almost like a racial slur that maybe comes about because some of this anxiety that people have.
Some of that anxiety might come from the fact that Bill Gates isn't content with his Windows system running just a few PCs. He wants it to run the world, spreading like a computer virus into our faxes.
I don't know, why is this guy, this mid-90s dude, getting on my nerves? Like, his hairstyle is so, like, this is so 1997. Obviously, from the monitors, I'm correct. I didn't even look at the monitors yet. I'm correct with that.
Our phones, our TV sets, and yes, even our toasters.
Yeah, they didn't really hit that, though. They're still just on laptops and PCs, and they didn't hit that. They couldn't penetrate mobile. You said penetrate. Penetration. Or something.
Television, they once said, was a window on the world. Binary Bill wants to put the world in a window.
Did he call him fucking Binary Bill and mean it? Who is this English encapsulation of 1996? I want to go back in time and fire him. He called him Binary Bill. How did you know that was his porn name? In the Netherlands, Bill Gates is a famous porn star, and they call him Binary Bill. As a matter of fact, how would you say Binary Bill in Dutch? So Bill's porn name in the Netherlands is Binair Rekening. He's Bill Binair Rekening Gates. And he's coming for your holes, but no pressure. So you got all the people in the Netherlands thinking about Bill right now and going, man, I wish I had some Binair Rekening porn. No one does it like Billiam's crazy Dutch people. They can't get enough of Binary Bill's holes.
Computers in their early days were limited to just putting characters in a fixed box.
You made my software and hardware, but no pressure. Bill, because you know where the no pressure thing came from, Kevin? Because they said, like, he would flirt with women, but if they turned him down, which I'm sure some didn't, we don't know what yet. Obviously, something must have happened with, and then Jeffrey Epstein and all that weird shit. But he wouldn't pressure them. Like, if they turned him down, he would just, which is smart to do when you're a very powerful, wealthy man who, but he would just, once they said no, that was it, which is usually the way it should go with anybody. But, it's kind of weird that guy running a company trying to kick game to coworkers and, he's married. I get what you're saying. Dude, they just called him Binary Bill. So his name is Binair. Let's say it again. Binair Rekening. Let's come here, say it.
Binair Rekening.
Bill, what's your porn name in the Netherlands? Binair Rekening, but no pressure.
And that was it, just characters, because it really, there was a structure that made it easy for the computer to do that.
I gotta tell Bill something, then I gotta pee. Then we'll be right back. Bill! Binair Rekening.
And so it was a key element was getting the computers to be fast enough to be able to do all this work of painting things onto a totally flexible, what's sometimes called a bitmap screen. They call it that because if you can turn on and off every little dot, That means that you can think of it as a bunch of ones and zeros, a 1 where it's turned on and a 0 when it's not.
Is that a
It's
close-up
easy to
of Bill?
forget that just a decade ago, Windows was a joke. In 1984, it wasn't Microsoft that was going to take over the world, it was Apple. Computing was to have a new, friendlier interface.
Which, fun fact, is Apple, Mac OS, they initially got the... Steve Jobs just basically stole that from fucking Xerox, I believe. Because they had like a Windows-type interface, and he was like, oh, it's a good idea. Stealing it.
The Macintosh. Windows was Microsoft's attempt to reproduce on cheap standard machines what Apple had done on its fancy new one. And it wasn't easy.
When we shipped it in 1987, the typical PC was still too slow, had too little memory, and there's a problem when you come up with a new system that if you don't get people to do applications, then nobody...
Imagine trying to multitask on a 286. I don't think I ever used any kind of Windows back then. It was all DOS. Ooh.
Nobody wants to buy the system.
After a couple more cracks at the problem, Microsoft came up with Windows version 3, and with that single digit, it was transformed.
I remember having Windows 3.11. We got a Pentium computer right before Windows 95 dropped.
And this is what the latest version of Windows 3.1 looks like.
The latest version. Yeah, we're going way back, probably what, 93, 94 right here?
You have laid before you what seems to be a fabulous display of all the power that a PC can offer. Documents filled with fancy fonts, spreadsheets that can magically turn dull numbers into colourful charts. You can even have your system talk to you.
You have elected to switch to a different application.
And you have that buzziest of buzzwords, multimedia, delivering...
And you have that buzziest of buzzwords, multimedia. Man, this feels so fucking dated. And you have that buzziest of buzziest words, light and electricity. These new damn.
Bring music, animation, sound, and even given a huge amount of hardware
Spread your
following
cheeks
wind,
and just
a
go
crude
to
sort of
town.
video.
Oh my God, you could watch a video.
Well, Windows, in a certain sense,
is a place that I really want people to watch a lot of porn. I also see myself in the future watching a lot of porn. I try to hit on a lot of my female coworkers, and I get really turned on and go masturbate in the bathroom. But don't worry though, I actually have a little Lysol wipe that if I shoot ropes on the toilet seat, I clean them up after I'm done. I have a very high sex drive, and for some reason my lips, probably because I had a little more weight on me here, it looks like I'm a blowfish puckering up, or I look like an asshole spreading to let out a turd.
a kind of standard. It runs on about
Tech time
90%
team.
of all
Once.
the computers that get sold. If you take Windows and Macintosh, those are the two that have enough applications that they're mainstream environments, and the vast majority of the volume.
Bill rope shooting Gates. That face, yo, it looks like he just got caught shooting a rope. Oh, whoa, I didn't expect you in here. I was just coming home.
90% is actually on the Windows side. So it's the foundation on which people are building.
But there's a cost for all this functionality. Scratch the surface of any Windows system, and you find lurking beneath MS-DOS.
Scratch the window. If I scratch a pimple on my ass, it hurts slightly, but the itch goes away.
User-hostile operating system that Microsoft developed for the original IBM personal computer a decade ago.
That is true. You didn't just go right into, here we go, here's this stud again. When you had like a Windows, before Windows 95, I think Windows 95 would just go right into 95. But Windows 3.1, you would have to type WIN from the DOS prompt to go into it. Strange. Yeah, times have changed.
The bigger problem is that unlike the Macintosh, which is under the Kremlin-like control of the Central Committee at Apple HQ, Windows has to cope with any hardware that chooses to call itself IBM compatible. The results can be extremely messy.
True. There was actually a time, though, before Steve Jobs came back to Apple, that they were letting companies like Motorola make Macintosh clones. Very strange. Fun fact, I owned one. I owned a Mac computer made by Motorola back in the mid-90s. Very weird. Then Steve Jobs is like, any company doing that, you're not allowed to anymore. Fuck off.
Add a CD-ROM drive from one manufacturer, a sound card from...
Thought he had an MPC, like a MIDI production center in front of him.
Another, a scanner
And a
for
Kai.
a third, a high-resolution graphics card off the back of a lorry and a couple of stickers, and you've got a drunk on a bicycle, supremely confident of its rock-solid stability while being liable to crash at any moment. The next version of Windows, codenamed Chicago and due out later this year, will, we're told, solve such problems. Under the title Microsoft at
Was Chicago 95, or were they talking about 3.11?
Work is destined to become the standard interface for controlling all office equipment, PCs, faxes, phones, printers and pocket computers.
Printing complete.
For Microsoft, however,
Oh, why, thank you. I didn't know that by the piece of paper with printed text on it in the printer tray. Why, thank you. I know there could be more than one page, but, like, I kind of know what to expect.
perhaps the biggest challenge lies
I guess if
beyond
you're in
the
an office,
and
that's
in the
useful.
home.
Maybe I'm being
There's
naive
mania
right now.
about the information superhighway builds.
The information. Oh, God, that fucking saying. That was slung around like fucking turds in a monkey cage. The information superhighway. The information superhighway. The superhighway of information. The information superhighway. Superhighway of... Oh, shut the fuck up.
As excitement for 500-channel interactive smart TV grows, Microsoft ultimately hopes that it will be its window that opens up this brave new virtual world.
You can kind of do that now, but it ain't doing it with Windows.
And what will you get? I mean, using the sort of system that you're piloting
Zoom in on Bill.
over the next
Keep going.
few years. I mean, just
Shh, don't stop.
what will come out the screen?
Okay.
I'm going to come out of the screen, Bill.
People find it easy to understand. You can look up any movie, see reviews, see what your friends like, have it suggest based on what you liked.
God, that was so novel back then, but now it's like, yeah, of course, I could fucking text anyone I want to right now.
A movie and see it immediately.
Man, look at that double chin on Bill. He looks great.
Understand playing games on the device where you have multiple people playing together and you can see the other people while you play.
Bill predicted the future here, folks. Like, kind of
They
true.
might not appreciate you can enhance TV shows and where you have a contest you can bet, or where you have baseball you can get additional information, buy tickets.
All that stuff kind of happened.
You have music TV, you can buy the CD. Find
Why
out
don't you
about the
love me anymore? What did I do?
Send in fan mail. You can get government information instead of going and waiting.
Oh, the government can get your information too.
In line or filling out forms, you can do all that right there at your PC.
Yeah, Bill was taking extra trips to Chipotle back then.
Do you think it's sort of definitely going to happen? Or
I want a burger right now, but no pressure.
do you think that why do you think? You think there's the demand out there for this sort of thing?
Do you, Mr. Gates, do you think I tickle my own ass with a feather? Yeah, I do. I'd like to watch too.
Or do you think it's just there's so much money being put into it by...
No.
Thick
It's
Bill
all based on the
95.
demand. But I can't use some mathematical proof to show you there's demand. At the heart of it, there's intuition here. In the same way that we bet our company on Windows, we're betting our future on our vision of the information highway.
And I'm betting that woman I just had a meeting with is hopefully going to sit on my face when Melinda's out of town, but I'm not going to pressure her.
And spending over $100 million a year and putting all of our reputation on the line.
What's up,
that
Dwayne?
There will be a lot of highway activity that's important, and that our software will be a major part of that.
Rapid fart 10 times. No, I'm not going to make everyone go deaf here, man. No, I got to put my foot down there, damn it.
You were college roommates.
Why is it so quiet?
No, you weren't college roommates?
Loose definition.
We used to snort coke off the toilet in my dorm room, but no, we were college roommates. I urinated on his bed sheets once, but don't tell him.
Right. You said you thought you needed Steve. You were in Seattle. Business demands of the business were such that you really needed him. Did you wait to finish business school, or what was the dynamic there?
This guy calls. This is a classic. I get this phone call. I'm living for like $100 a month in downtown Palo Alto in a flea-ridden room, and I pick up the phone. It's Bill. He says, "Hey, gosh, what are you doing?" Bill, I'm still in school. Oh God, too bad.
God, too bad you don't have a twin brother or something. We could really use something. The guy just didn't come out and say it. And then we said, oh, well, too bad, too bad. Hung up. That was the sales call.
Even though you only had 1 year of business school and some time at Procter & Gamble, you did this kind of business analysis of
I did no business analysis. Every customer said their stuff was late. And everybody at Microsoft said they had to work overtime, not overtime, but overtime. They were just always at work, and we were still not doing anything.
So?
And I sat down, I think, with Paul or somebody, and we said we need 18 new people. We only had 30 people at the time.
And so I had this just very conservative view.
Look at that lemony shirt. Look at that, man. He looks like one of those candies you get in like an assortment. Bill, we picked out a couple shirts for you to wear for this interview today. I want to look like a giant fucking lemon sucker. Thank you.
Of our financial limits that
financial lemons.
At least in terms of the revenue at that point, 18 people was too much.
So you believe you needed unlike, say, Web 2.0 people now, you believe revenue was important to have for a while to bring in.
And after about a month, I found that we had 30 people. I'd be begging and we might get 31. And I was kind of the bookkeeper.
Please hire someone else, developers.
Bookkeeper quit my first day.
He looks like Pee Wee Herman's therapist. Who does? Bill? Imagine Bill talking to Pee Wee. Imagine him talking to the actor. I forgot his fucking name. He's like, oh, wow, you got caught masturbating in a theater? Oh, I masturbate in a theater all the time, and I'm hoping someone catches me because it arouses me, but no pressure. Oh, that was so loud.
And I wondered, why did I leave Stanford Business School for this? And so I went out to dinner with Bill and his dad, and
Bill and his dad
kind of gave me the real pitch, which was we could.
And my dad was asking him, hey Steve, you get a lot of pussy in college, but no pressure.
Computer on every desk, in every home. It might be at this stage a bit apocryphal, but I claim Bill invented that night to really paint the vision for me of what was possible.
That's it. I'm sucked. I'm sick of being used, exposed.
I needed a partner who we could
I gave you two.
Learn together about what kind of business this would be. And literally after that one business discussion that we did come up with a solution to, we moved forward.
What was the solution?
We went on coke binges and we saw who could snort more lines of coke and who would pass out first. Bill won, that son of a bitch. They don't call me Bill Bener-Reichling for nothing. No pressure.
Said, prove we can hire one good guy and we'll worry about 2 through 18. And that became our management approach for the next 20 years.
And that's a serious issue with you that...
Your bald head is serious to me, pal. There's a lot of bald men here. Why are so many men bald? Why am I bald? Why do you ask me? Why am I even talking about my baldness? Why am I talking about his baldness? Well, let's talk about his watch. Bright, shining. It's a good-looking watch. It's a handsome old man right there. I want him to read me a bedtime story at night. From a Kindle, too. I don't want it from an actual book, so he could just tap the book and be like, once upon a time, I had a watch near a large man in a bed. He would read me that story. Then I'd be drifting off to sleep as he read me the story, and then Steve actually would walk in the room, armpits sweating. Get your ass up! We got a new revision of Windows 11 coming out. Now, I don't work for the company anymore, but I wake up like I just snorted a line of Ritalin. Developers! Then I would just jump out of my sleep and be like, God damn it, Steve. He was reading me a story. I was going to sleep and you ruined it. Oh, shit, I'm sorry.
If you could imagine a scenario where you didn't get paid by most of your
customers
are a little bigger now.
No rational financial person would agree with that. But the notion, we take all our risk technologically. Why take a lick of financial risk? What does it buy? It buys incrementals, sort of weirdo return things. No, it doesn't really buy anything. All of the leverage in our business is on new products with new revenue streams. So why take financial risk?
But you guys have been doing this together.
Bill needs to take some fashion risks and not wear shirts that make him look like lemon meringue.
For how many years now?
28.
20 years.
What was the partnerships? What did you see in each other? What did you need from him that you couldn't get from any other business executive? You just happened to know someone who was in business school.
Well, Steve is super smart, great at lots of things I'm not. But I think the key thing was doing it together.
But now I think he's a complete dick, but no pressure.
Either of us individually could not.
I think they hate each other now.
He went and hired the 18 people, but the good thing is the business, the income,
always stayed ahead, so I never had to say to him,
Major fart.
Hey, you've got to stop. I
Major
remember when
fart.
we moved into an office building, there was this nice stairway where I said to him, that's the stairway I'll walk down when I got to come tell you you've gotten ahead, but I never made that trip.
And there's this...
Hold on. Then I'm going to do a stream after this stream where I just chat with you guys for a little bit. But that face he made right there, that's the face he gets when he gets rejected by a woman. He's like, oh, hey, Michelle, Melinda's out of town. I just want to know if you wanted to, tie me up and then piss in my face tonight. But no pressure. Bill, I'm not. That's 1, you're married. 2, you're my boss. And 3, that's kind of weird. I don't want to pee on you. All right, no pressure.
There's this public perception that you were the product or technology guy, you were the sales guy. Is that right, or were the roles more diffuse than that, or how would you describe it?
But there's a lot more to build.
Well, we would actually, have competitions of who could get harder quicker, and generally Steve won most of them because he gets sexually aroused easier than me. But a lot of times I like looking like lemon meringue and cheating on my wife when she's in a business trip. So, but no pressure.
Building a business than just technology and just sales.
Right.
There's picking people. There's the organization.
I buy hookers when I'm on vacation, but no pressure.
Process, the strategy, and Steve and I have done that stuff together every step of the way.
Thank you. You were involved in the first development team, is that correct? And also in the IBM talk?
I ran the Windows 1.0 development team.
What does that mean?
I have run software development projects. I am not an engineer. I have never written a line of production software.
Never. You can't.
No.
And
well, yeah, basically. I won't count the 6 basic programs.
So Windows 1.0, how was Windows 1.0 a big seller? How do you feel about that?
I may not be able to code, but I can beat off with just my pinky while looking at 3 tabs of porn.
It was a red hot ball. You would have loved it. If you hadn't been writing about armaments, you would have loved it.
Oh! Why does he always do that? A clock! He always fucking does that. Why does he just yell random words? Like, imagine being one of his kids and he orders a pizza and he's like, come here, will you order pepperoni? His kids probably have fucking complexes. Like, hey, Dad, do you have any more seltzer? He's like, yeah, it's in the fridge! Holy shit!
Windows 1.0. Actually, Windows 1.0 was good because we continued to invest in it. It was a foundation to go do something, and it took, the way we like to. We keep after it and after it and after it.
Ooh, man, he sounds like he's slapping it. That's what he does. That's what he was doing. That's what he does in the bedroom. We just keep after it and after it and after it and after it. Developers. Oh.
Then you could say it met its goals, and it's a little hard to look back now.
But would you call yourself a businessman? Would you
Sure,
or a technologist?
Sales minus costs equal profit.
I love paying for slots, and when I go to Las Vegas, my wife doesn't know about them. I pay in cash. I like it when they shit logs on my flabby chest. No pressure, though.
Thank you so much.
Well, is there more?
No, you're right.
I like nipple clamps and being called a piece of shit when I pay for a woman, but no pressure.
We're going to get into the present in a second, but how do you look at that now that you're making this transition?
It's been fantastic. Let me go off and do the product work I wanted to do.
Let me go for 3 masturbation breaks a day. It relieves a lot of stress. Oh! Man, my voice cracked less when I was going through puberty. Oh! That's a man's face right there. Ah! That's a man's face right there. He's a snack, huh?
The scale was getting so big that
just like my penis was when, I was, hoping this woman I would sleep with when my wife was away, and I sent her an email. And then she said to me, like, Bill, why don't you just text? I'm like, oh, yeah, it's not 1996. No pressure, though. Motorboat me.
The way I had run it, in terms of just a few people knowing things, had really run out of gas probably a couple years before Steve took charge. And so
Oh, I'm sure Steve took charge. Steve Ballmer is the kind of guy that just to prove dominance, he would like cut you off going to the refrigerator to get the milk. Like you're walking up there casually, you open it up, and you're like, and Steve's like, like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I'm just going to get I'm in charge. I'll get the milk. And he just like, and he looks at you, and he like dead in the eye, and as he grabs the milk, and you're just like, all right, get the fucking milk. I don't care. It's milk, dude. Calm down. Why are your armpits sweating like that?
Very quickly, he had to figure out, okay, what is the senior leadership team? What is the executive staff team? How are we making these
good idea,
processes
Captain
and
Star.
getting them to
This
scale
Captain Star
with
Chaser.
The size of the success we have. And so he really took that on because it was almost remedial by the time he took charge. And that system is what's been...
Steve's the kind of guy that's so worried about dominance that, like, when he mows his lawn, he sits there and talks shit to the lawnmower. Like, I'm the one pushing you. You're not pushing yourself. I'm mowing the grass. You're just following my lead. Developers. I think he's single now, and that's probably why, because he likes to be in charge all the time.
For us these last 8 years.
Do you get a veto? Do you get the ultimate veto?
Did she ask him about his libido? How's your sex drive, Bill? And he's like, whoa, I'm hard. Look at that face. That is a face of a man saying, whoa, I'm hard right now. Thanks for asking.